I can barely see my screen, man. Gotta get chat over here. There we go. Okay, welcome. So we got a lot of stuff. Let's sit that over there. So hello. We got a lot of stuff to go through. So let's get some quick things out. So this is a hard Vita case here. It is a pretty simple inside. This was a gift for my sister when I went up to visit. Has an area for cards up there and that. I already have a hard case for Vita, but they got this for like $1, so it spares not necessarily horrible. I have to see like how it fits in the box. It's a little wider or height wise, so might not be as useful to me maybe. But hey, you can't really say a bad thing to a gift. Can't look a horse in the mouth. Pat always knows about this. So, Red Art Games has been doing weird stuff with me. So, this is like their third release. And there was a weird thing with this game. So, my copy got sent out, but on the website, it never stated that it was shipped. So, I guess they looked at like old orders and saw it, and then they shipped this like really fast. Like it came here in like 2 days or a day or something. It was really fast, so I was like, ugh. And this is the second time they sent me an extra copy of something that I had already bought. Not complaining, just weird. So many things here. Let's get some of the big box things. So this is, speaking of Wet Arts game, I guess it comes convenient. So this is another Wet Arts game. Now this game is weird. You might first be wondering, why is it shaped like a giant GBA game? And that's because it actually is a GBA game, or a remaster of a GBA game. So this is a sequel to a bizarre beat-em-up on the PS1. If you ever watched that little demo series I did, I actually put a video of it in one of those. This is a sequel to it, and this is an enhanced version of that sequel that was on the GBA. And I actually saw a copy of the GBA version of this when I went and visited my sister, but not really much point. The sprites, yeah, I know. I asked about when they first announced it, because I was like, first thing, this is a really old game, and second thing, I was like, you put a GBA game on the PS4. So I don't know if they went over all the sprites to make them look good, or if it looks ugly. I don't know. It does look a little jaggedy looking in the screenshots on the back, so I don't know. You might want to check video of that, but I didn't have the original GBA version. I would hope the PS4 version would be more complete, you would think. I think the original didn't have co-op, and I think this has co-op in it. Yeah, 1 to 2 players. So, yeah, kind of a bizarre item there. And then the other big box thing we have here is from the Cradle of 999. We have his newest copy. So, AI, it's AI, the Sum Files Special Agent Edition. So this I got for like $60, which I believe this came out at like $80. Amazon fucked up the price, and I was like, yeah, I'd pay 10 extra bucks for that. I was gonna pre-order it anyway, so I got this vastly cheaper than what it should have been. I definitely looking forward to streaming it. I don't know, like, at first I was going to do that next after 429, but after 429, I think I might want to take a break from a big, heavy story-focused game for a little bit, so I might wait until more next year, but I definitely look forward to trying that, because I love the 999 series, so I'm really interested in checking that out. Let's see. Some Play Asia stuff we got here. The what is it? Shadow of the Loot Box. This is terrible. I've actually been playing this by myself, and it's terrible. It's really fucking awful. What's hilarious is the weird loot chest creature. You get an assembly thing here to put together one of these loot chest creatures that are in the game. is a little Lego thing. That's probably worth more than the game itself. This game's like $8 on PSN, so this is one of those, hey, here's a cheap, shitty game. We can make a, limited physical thing. That's sadly what this was. I'm actually interested in AI. It looks like Freedom Wars art style. I'm not sure about who did the art style. But I like the guy who does the 999 series. I loved his storytelling, comedy, and everything. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, this, if I ever finish this, it's probably going to be a super negative review. Not something I recommend. Let's see, that one's not a PlayAsia. This one's a bizarre one, because this was an Indiegogo thing, and then PlayAsia, because the US branch wasn't doing physical editions anymore for Vita games at the time, so they went through PlayAsia to get prints, so PlayAsia also did their own version. So, this is Mykonos Wars Desert Ashes in Wars Theodore. Now, this, interestingly, a long time ago, you may have heard of a canceled DS game that was like you played as a kid during World War II in Germany that's like traumatized over the war and, Jewish people getting killed and stuff. And that was canceled. Now, I never that was like back when there was also that game that Konami was going to do that was based on that, 6 Days in Fallujah or something? That was something also happening around the same time, where the controversy basically buried them. These games all from that guy who wanted to make that odd Holocaust game on the DS, oddly enough. Fun facts! The more you know. And then, of course, there's this. I'm sure everyone's just dying for this game. The Panty Party game. Yes, I was originally going to get a normal version, but I just, it wasn't too much to get the box version, and it also came with a very interesting little bonus item. It's a little version of the case, and it's a little case holder for the cartridge for portability. Apparently these are going to become mandatory with all of PlayAsia's exclusive games, so they might be interesting. I have a funny feeling I'm going to end up with too many of these eventually, though. I don't know anything about this game. It's just some weird, silly multiplayer thing of racing and shit. It's weird. Can't be any worse than the Shadow Loot Box game. That is just awful. Oh my goodness. It's terrible. So dumb. Like I said, I've always seen a little footage of it, but I was like, why not? And here's something I was kind of interested in. The Congo Master Go for the Vita that PlayAsia did. It's a music rhythm game where you're doing a giant conga line. Also, I got copy 39. Not bad. I think there was only 1,000 copies of these. They've been doing very low ones of the Vita titles lately. And then the last PlayAsia title we got here, that's a box. So, they did a Switch and PS4 version of this. The Switch version came with Epic, which I have the PS4 version of, which is definitely a very good game. This is from the same guy who made Epic. This is Ghost 1.0. It's supposed to be a sci-fi Metroidvania game. So, I don't actually know anything about this game, but I really liked it when I've played of Epic, so I picked it up. Sadly, the PS4 version, while they could have did the same thing they did with the Switch version, they made the PS4 version for Ghost just by itself, where the Switch version was both in Epic, which is a very, very good deal on that. If you didn't have that, I would definitely check that out if they still have a copy of this. Soon you might as well go for a Vita PS4 full set, because all the limited stuff. Now, there's actually stuff I've been passing, like all the Star Wars shit. I have not gotten a single one of the Star Wars games that Limited One has put out, because they seem pointless to me. I mean, you can get, if it was like a whale Star Wars game, maybe. Because then it would be hard to get. But none of them, like, getting the N64, Famicom, like, none of those are hard games to find. So, that's kind of I mean, I know it's hard to believe when you watch these. Be like, oh my goodness, you passed up shit? I honestly get that. I get that. I can understand that's kind of hard to believe. But yes, I do pass up on... I do pass up on some stuff. Like, today I actually had to make a choice on that. Because, what is it called? Battle Maiden Princess or something like that? How could you? I'm not a Star Wars person. I played the old Republic games. Those were pretty good, though. Though it's kind of a shame of the cut content in the second one, though. But, they did a game called Battle Maiden Princess or something like that today. It's like a Ghouls and Goblins inspired game. So, they're releasing a PS4 version that was also for the Kickstarter that they did. And they also did a Switch version for the Kickstarter only. But there is a Switch version on the website for sale today, but it's different. So the PS4 version that's on Limited One Games today is the original game. And the Switch game is apparently a redone arcade mode that has the story mode removed. And it's a vastly shorter and quicker experience. But it's supposed to be more like Ghouls and Goblins, where the original game that came out had this story mode you go through that you could either do in 2 hours or 10 hours, depending on how much of the crap you did. So, kind of seemed like an odd choice to make a, like, it's not like a definitive edition, because it doesn't have the story mode content in it. It's just kind of a bizarre thing. I feel like it's like, let's try to double dip here and get people to buy both. So, I mean, if you're a big Ghouls and Goblin person, I could see some of the appeal maybe in the Switch Royal Edition, but I just decided to pass on it. Yeah, it's pretty much, like I said, it's pretty much Ghouls and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, whatever, King Arthur. But it does look a lot like it, except you have a ghost dog that follows you. But yeah, I passed on the Switch version. I was like, I guess I could see the appeal, but I would have whether it just had both of them. So I just got the PS4 version. So if I change my mind, I can get the Switch version still anyway, because that one's going to be a pre-order for a month, while the PS4 version's only 1,500 copies. So, but I'd rather do the story mode myself. I mean, the story mode would have to, like, suck for the Switch version to be built. But apparently people didn't like it, so. Speaking of things that didn't like, Project Lex. So, Pad watched me do this live on stream. So, this is a really short VR game that had some interesting possibilities that just kind of went bleh. I still needed. I really need to do. I don't think I've done a review on any of the VR games I have yet that I've beaten yet. Yes, it is very short. What was it, like 2 hours, an hour? I don't even remember. I think each session was about like 20 minutes. I don't know. I remember the middle part was the middle and the end were longer. The first part was 1 hour. I don't remember. I think I cut it in half, so it was about like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and 2 videos that I don't remember. The character you interact with is done pretty well, but like it's just a game you just sit there and really watch. You don't really do anything. And the trophy support is incredibly disappointing. There's a trophy for saving. I think it was like 1 hour and 10 minutes. And yeah, and it's probably because of times where the few moments where you do interact with things in the game that I probably talked a little, that probably if you were to just, play it like a normal person, not live stream it, it probably only like 40 minutes long, probably. I mean, it looked good and everything. It just, it like, the content, like, they tried to do a convoluted story in a small amount of detail. Like, it's time to speedrun it. The sad thing is there probably are speedrunners of that. Like, the speed, I've ranted about before. Speedrunning is so weird to me these days. I like the normal speed ones, you know, playing the fucking game and showing off mad skills to cut down time, not find every fucking exploit that we can cut 90% of the game out and just fucking, oh, credits, win. Like, I hate that. I hate that. It's interesting to see people find that shit, but I hate that when it comes to speed ones. Like, it's so annoying. I just want to see a normal, fun speed one, not a, I don't want to play the game, I'm going to cause a glitch that triggers the credits within like 10 minutes. Okay. Apparently someone found that out in like Ocarina of Time recently too. Some weird glitch to trigger the credits in the Deku tree. And just like, I don't know. I don't get the appeal. You know, I'm not trying to judge. I don't like that. I like playing through the game normally. I like that kind of speed one. Just seeing, like, I don't mind if people find weird exploits to, like, beat stuff of that. I just find it weird to cut large chunks of the game out. Anyway, moving on. Let's see, what to show off next. How about some Jimmy Hoppa stuff? So, if you're, Killjoys, hello, welcome. So, Jimmy Hoppa. If you're not familiar with Jimmy Hoppa, he's a guy who does a lot of videos on Japanese games on YouTube. So, sometimes he sells stuff he has. So, I bought. This is the second time I've bought. It's either the second or third time I bought some stuff from Jimmy Hoppa. But I bought a few games from him. This is a very bizarre little bullet hell shmup game. It's probably going to be kind of hard to see. It's usually about $40 online. So I got a nice price. It came with a booklet, but I always put the booklet away. Let's see. I got the Dragon Ball Z Hyper Dimensions, which is one of the fighting Dragon Ball Z games. Then I have no idea what this one was called again. It's a really strange RPG when I looked up videos of it. Pad probably ain't going to be able to see it. I do know this one, though. This is the Slayers RPG. Best Dragon Ball Z game. Yes, I heard it is a very good fighter game. So, and this is the Slayers RPG. So, he gave me a nice price on it. There was, there's one more item in here that came from him that was free that he gave to me, which I feel like's a joke, but I'll show that a little later here. Let's see, yeah, that's Shadows of Loot. Yeah, this is a terrible game. Don't buy this. If PlayAsia still has copies of this, don't buy this. It's a terrible game. I've been playing it for a while. It's quite terrible. Resident Evil 2 remake, which if you check out my live streams normally, you know I've been playing. And let's see. And of course, there's the bazillions of limited one games here. I guess don't want to. Let's see. Let's do some of the limited one things here. I do have some other import stuff too here. Let's see. Add that. Got a lot of different things here. Pretty much this whole stack in the front's almost all limited one stuff here. Limited or other companies. So I guess let's go through this stack here real quick. So let's trade here. Trade out here. Okay, so let's see. Prison Boss VR from Limited One. I think that's more like 3 months ago. Man, I've been really needing to show off a lot of stuff. This looks like kind of an interesting game. Apparently you craft stuff, sell stuff to people inside prison, and you're trying to not get caught. Giga Weckle, which I think is made by Game Freak. Yes, this is made by Game Freak. I think it's supposed to be like a platforming type game, maybe even kind of Metroidvania-ish, maybe. Not too familiar. I've seen a few clips of it. It looks very good. It has very nice artwork to it, too. I mean, look at that artwork. That's really nice looking artwork. Yeah, Game Freak. You know, Pokemon. Yes, this is a game by the people who make Pokemon. Or the company that makes Pokemon. Yes, Game Freak. You all hearing that right. You all hearing that right. I mean, see, it's right there on the back. Game Freak. Yep. Oh, well, apparently Pat doesn't know. So this is something now, it's not too surprising, because a lot of people don't actually know. Game Freak is not owned by Nintendo. Pokemon is like in a weird co-owned system with Nintendo. But Game Freak is not owned by Nintendo. Game Freak is not they're not pulled by Nintendo. So that might be surprising to you, Pad. I know it was to me several years ago when I found that out. Also, Game Freak, if I remember correctly, along now, this was before Pokemon, so it's probably less surprising, but there was like a Sega Genesis game they did. I can't remember what it was called. Good morning, Dan. Oh, we missed some of the goodies. I can't remember what it was called, but there was a Sega Genesis game they also did. But yeah, it's Game Freak. I know, it's probably weird to you. Okay, so, see, that was a weird tale. Okay, so this is Owl, O-U-R-E. I don't know. This was a Wet Arts release. It looks like it's probably an artsy game. So, I mean, it looks nice, the screenshots, but I don't know anything about it. It was like $19. So most of the Wet Arts games are pretty cheap. So they're not usually very expensive. I don't think I've ever seen they released anything on any other console after Pokemon. Pulseman, yeah. I don't know. I think there's a few, but they were Japan-only titles, I think. I'm not the greatest person on the history of Game Freak. The Force Tree, this was a limited one. This also looks like an artsy type game, so artsy doesn't always mean bad, but sometimes artsy games can be like short and kind of empty. They can sometimes be really cool, and sometimes they can be kind of empty. So it's kind of a mixed thing. Gravity Ghost. This is another limited release game. It looks like a very strange physics game where, like, you have planets. Artsy games where you have like planets and you have to like use the gravity pull and shit to like fling around them and fling around the screen and stuff. I've seen a few videos of it. It's pretty weird. But yeah, artsy games. There's some artsy games I like and some I don't like, you know. Like Dio Estor and what was that game like every journalist was like, oh, 10 out of 10. What was it? Well, the end was just anticlimactically stupid, and the trailer basically makes you think it's going to be about ghosts, but it's nothing to do with ghosts. Gone Home. Those, I hate those so much. Like, even when it comes to walking simulator games, what happened to What happened to Eden Finch? That's a vastly better game in that kind of category than either Dio Estor or Gone Home. Those are very bad artsy games. Moving on. Striker's Edge. I don't know much about this. It looks like it's some kind of fantasy dodgeball, volleyball kind of thing looking at the images. It's by some company called Villagers Fun Punch. So, don't know anything about it. I think that was a cheapo one. Limited One games prices always vary greatly. Sometimes they're cheap, and other times they very few times have they been like $19.99. They're usually $29 to $39 usually. And speaking of that, Freedom Planet. People who are familiar with Freedom Planet was basically a Sonic fan game turned into a non-Sonic game, but it's basically Sonic. Well, like I said, when it's limited and it's not super expensive, I don't mind necessarily buying it, because I'd rather get it now than, become interested in it years later and it be $200. That's the problem with all the limited companies there are now. It's the fear that if it's something you might become interested in the future, and then it's now tons of money. Because honestly, these games, probably half of their catalog are going to become the expensive titles for the systems. Even some of the shit, because you also got to keep in mind, shitty games, even sometimes, become, I mean, look at the fucking Flintstone games on the NES, for goodness sakes. So, it's sad, but I'd rather not pay a fortune. I mean, there's always games I want that are a fortune, so I don't need newer games that are a fortune. Now, like I said, there are some cases where I have passed up some things so. Here's another VR game, the Wed Metal. This is some kind of first-person game that's like, keep it a secret, hide it from yourself. Wed Metal is a story-driven VR puzzle adventure game. So, VR, yeah. Now, to get away from some of the limited stuff, here's something I hold a little bit. Will a Wonderful World. So this is supposed to be like some visual novel game where you have to use letters to change the story. Not quite sure how that works, but it seems pretty interesting. So you're always paying a fortune by getting everything just in case, but I disagree. You don't think some of them will end up as whale titles? I mean, it's kind of up in the air. What becomes expensive these days is so bizarre sometimes. It can be weird. But, I mean, they're good and shitty games that both become expensive, so it's kind of... I mean, I play just about everything except for sports and racing games, pretty much. So... in general, I don't usually have much of a problem with most types of games. And, I do internet videos, so, I mean, it's just something to cover when I get time. That's why I try to play a few on the side. That's why I'm doing the Shadow Loot thing, and I can tell you that's not going to be a positive video. Not really. I think it's kind of hard. You'll have time to play. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping maybe one day when it gets more around retirement, maybe it'll be something easier to do. Pix the Cat. So this looks like a strange... If I was to describe when I watched a video on this game, I would say it's Choo Choo Walk It. It's the indie version of Choo Choo Walk It. And while I'm not good at Choo Choo Walk It at all, it was an interesting game. I mean, I liked the like really wacky art style and everything in the music. Choo choo walk it, na 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 na. I don't even remember the lyrics for it, but I was not good at it. So I probably ain't gonna, unless this is vastly easier, which is possible. A lot of games are way easier these days, so that might be a possibility. But I didn't like Choo Choo Walk It. Now here's a game I actually tried it once. Yeah, it is a very, especially if you do like the harder levels and shit. Some of that shit gets crazy. Couldn't understand what the hell is going. Well, the idea is to get the mouses in the rockets while avoiding the cats. It's a really fast-paced puzzle game. It is not a puzzle game where you sit there and wonder about for 2 hours. It is something on the fly. So, Natsumi Taito did a, what was that game? The Western game where you went around side to side shooting shit in the background. What was that game? They redid that game, and then after that they did The Ninja Survivors: Return of the Royals, which is again another game that used to be, it went under a different title in America on the Super Nintendo, I believe, though. So I don't remember what the US title was for the Super Nintendo. Wild Guns, yes, that, which was a very amazingly faithful redone version of the Super Nintendo version with new content and stages added. So this, I was curious. Now, I've never played either of the original versions of those, but Wild Guns I have watched footage of the original game. I've never watched original footage of this, so I had to actually look up a little. There are a few differences, like with the final boss, they actually gave him an extra attack because of needing to stretch out the screen. So there are a few changes, but from what I can tell, it's pretty faithful still to like how Wild Guns was. The graphics are fucking amazing for sprites too. And they even added 2 new ninja kills you can unlock. I got 1 unlocked. She is very bizarre. And then apparently you have to like beat the game on the hard mode to get the other one. And I'm like, this game is fucking hard. I died like 30 times to beat this fucking game the first time. So, I definitely do want to live stream that. I do want to do that. One's not going to be a off stream play and then review. That one I definitely do want to do a live stream. Expect a lot of death in that. Lots and lots of death. She yes, she is very bouncyful. Okay, but we've been going through a lot of PS4 stuff, and I'm sure some people might be interested in the smaller stack in the middle, so maybe we should go through a few of those. So, I believe this is the only Vita title, which is Norse Love Syndrome, which is a sequel to another visual novel Limited One Games did. I'm not familiar with the series, but they're anime visual novels, so Apparently this one's a little more toned down. Apparently the other one's a little bit more mature-ish, so I'm not 100% sure what the stories entail. I mean, it says, in the future, Japan... In a fantasy Japan where womanly love is a norm and the Norse can heal others with the touch of their hands. Meet cheerful characters fleshed out by nursing school as she joins the hospital, saving near-death experienced children left her with a desire to become a nurse and healing hands that let her revival pain and patience by just touching them. Okay, so apparently you have magical healing powers. So I guess this is taking the page out of that DS game. Oh, what was that? What is it? Under the Knife. That's what it is. Under the Knife. I guess it's taking a page from that. So we got a bunch of Switch stuff here. So this one, I actually own the PS4 version, but this has all the DLC on it. And I hate when these come. This is the thing I hate the most, probably, with a lot of these limited companies lately, is where they release a version of a game and it gets DLC and then they do a definitive version, which is something you need to be more careful with. So this is one of the few times they screwed people on that. But this is 99 Vidas, which, like I said, I have a PS4 version that I will probably sell now. Well, not necessarily sell immediately. I'll probably play through it with Dan, because Dan was interested in getting the game. I think it had online. I can't remember. If it had online, I was going to play it with Dan, and then I'll probably sell it. But you get what I mean. Then, let's see. I'm trying to find how to sit all these. Now, let's see. That's a Japanese. Now, Dragon Quest XI. Everyone pretty much knows I've always been playing Dragon Quest XI now. It's really fun. It's good. It's kind of sad that they didn't really give a I mean, it's okay reverse cover art, but I would have liked some nicer. But so far, I'm really enjoying this game. I'm very impressed how well it is on the Switch. Pad sent me a comparison video between the Switch and PS4, and the video was actually making me be like, I'm liking the Switch version more and more, because, like, it's showing all these scenes with gigantic bloom. It's like ghosting over everyone's face and shit. So, would be a nice addition with maps and stuff like Zelda. That could have been a nice idea. Maybe have a giant world map as a reverse cover. That could be interesting. So, the collection of mana. Nobody knows how fucking happy I was when they announced this for America. I was so fucking happy about collection of mana, because it's the first time officially that Trials of Mana, the third game, has ever been fucking released. It's so amazing. Trials of Mana. I kind of feel kind of iffy about Trials or Trails. No, it's whatever. Bah. Point is, the third Mana game. Officially localized. I have a box complete Super Nintendo game. I love the third title that much. And of course, it also has the original Game Boy version of the first game and Secret of Mana. I have Super Nintendo copy of Secret of Mana, so that's not like a big deal to me. I did not own the original Final Fantasy Adventure, though, so that's kind of a nice side plus, because I didn't actually like Sword of Mana as much, because I don't know, it just... I didn't like the music. Like, I've listened to all the music of Final Fantasy Adventure. I've watched people play it before. And, I don't know, the last boss theme sounds so better on the original Game Boy than the GBA for some reason. Could just be me. Maybe I'm crazy. But this is awesome. I'm really happy. And definitely going to be like, hey, Aaron, you want to play co-op? Let's... Like, because we used to do that when we were in high school. We played the emulated, translated ROM of that. We did Kevin's story, and we did... The only story we never did was the one with, I believe it's Hawk and Lisa's story. We played some of it, but we never finished it, so that's probably what we would likely play if we did like a series of that. Now here's one I'm sure Pad might be familiar with, the Omega Labyrinth Life. This is the version that has English text in it. It's the Asian version, so I did not get the limited edition of this. I was not interested in that. The gameplay is pretty budgety looking, but it's a roguelike, Magic Dungeon-esque type game. Pretty much more of a Magic Dungeon game. So, but mousepad, no. Not my cup of tea. Super Whale Games, the Two Tribes version. So this is two games. This is Ravine Ultimate Edition, which is again another remastering. Now, I actually passed up this game multiple times. Limited One and PlayAsia did PS4 versions of Ravine Ultimate Edition. I passed that up because I owned the Indie Box version, and I wasn't actually interested enough in that. So I kind of got roped into getting it because these were together. And it also came with the Tokito collection, the little yellow board puzzle thing. If you live in Europe or other American places, you probably recognize him. I believe it comes with the newest version, the Game Boy Color version, and I think one other version on it. So it's a pretty nice little collection of that series. But, yeah, they're both together, so there was no getting one or the other, so I was just like, yeah, fuck it. Fine, you got me. Hey, Two Talons Principle. Hey, you cheating there. You cheating. Yes, that's the Talons Principle. I got that when I was visiting my sister. One of these stores was selling it for $12.99. I'm assuming it's complete, as, you know, most PS4 retail games don't have booklets usually. So I'm assuming it's complete. Case does have a little damage. It has scratch on the plastic there. It is supposed to be a pretty infuriating puzzle game. My eyes work. No, the glare of the light is supposed to be blinding it. It is supposed to be a pretty infuriating puzzle game. I don't know a whole lot about outside that does a lot of laser puzzles. I do like most puzzle games, so it's something I've been wanting to get, so I thought $12.99 was an okay price. So let's see. Yeah, let's just show off the last Switch game I got here. Dead or School? So this is a side-scrolling game where, man, this is what sucks about dealing with light and plastic. So this is the English version. I actually wanted to get the PS4 version, but that sold out when I decided to finally buy it. So I had to get the Switch version. This does have English on it. So if you want the PS4 version, unless they magically got restocked or something, they'll sold out. But this is like some side-scrolling zombie school Japan game. And, looking at the cover, you can probably guess some of the mechanics. Probably. Let's see. And since we're on the fact of some of the stuff I got when I was visiting my sister, let's see. Those are loose discs. So I got Blood Omen Legacy of Kain for $18 on the original PS1. Case is a little but everything's in decent condition. It's complete. I don't like the plastic. Open the game. Now, I also got this Saturn game here for $7. I have no idea what the hell it's called. It's something. I can't read the text. It's like Eternal Melody. I don't know. Pat apparently was going to give me a spare copy of this, so I don't know anything about it. It's some kind of game. It was just... Oh, they actually sold it to me for $5. Huh. That's pretty nice. Huh. I guess I got it cheaper than I thought. Now, that was at a different store. Eternal Melody, yeah. I see it on the cover. It's just kind of hard to read. It's all pink and... It's kind of faded. At least maybe the booklet's a little faded on my version that I got there. Now, here's a bizarre game. Eternal Eyes. I've seen this game a bazillion times. And I've never known this is an actual tactics anime game. I've seen it a bazillion times. I never actually knew that. I just saw it. It's like $10. Huh. I recognize seeing the artwork of that logo many times. I looked it up. I'm like, oh, this is an anime tactics game? I don't do that. So, pick that up. And 2 Saturn games. I was surprised to find American Saturn games. Finding Japanese Saturn games is one thing, because many of those are cheap and common. But finding American Saturn games that aren't sports titles is like a Christmas miracle out in the wild. So I got Clockwork Knight Loose for $25. And I got, this is also on the PS1. I actually tried to get a copy of that from Pink Gorilla's sale thing they did, but someone beat me out on it. This is Blazing Dragons. Now, the Saturn is known for better 2D artwork, so this is like a point-click style game. So I was like, oh, this might actually be better than the PS1 version, because the Saturn was mostly known for being better, so... And it was $23. Now, interesting thing about these, because these 4 titles, the Blood Omen and 3 loose titles, all came from the same store. Now, I was also getting a copy of Naughty Bear Golden Edition. Now, I've been waiting to get a copy of that cheap, because it's just kind of a B-movie stupid shit. Where you're just a stuffed bear murdering other stuffed bears. It's really weird. They had a copy for like $9. So I was going to buy that with those. So I checked it out. Now, they were doing a special, apparently, that wasn't advertised anywhere. He mentioned it when he was checking me out, that buy 4 games and 5th game is free. And that was the free... No, wait. No, it wasn't. It was 14, actually. I think it was 14. I don't know. It was... No, it had to be $9.99, because this one's 10, so it was $9.99 then. Either way, the point is, it was the freebie one. So, buy 4, get 1 free. What the hell kind of sale is that? I don't know. It's just what they were doing. But, I always look at discs and stuff before I walk away and that. So, I look at... Now, there were 2 versions of Naughty Bear. There's the original and then the gold edition. Like I said, I was getting the gold edition. The disc was for the original version. So, I bought that up and they're like, oh, crap, and they refunded it. So, I got refunded the money of the free game that I got. So, now, Pad thinks I paid a little too much for these. I only looked up Clockwork's price, so that seemed to be around the price it was going for. I'm not sure about what a loose disc of Blazing Dragon's going for, but you could take that and minus a little money off all these and count that as a better savings. So I thought that was a funny little thing that happened now. Okay, and oh my gosh, there's still so much stuff. Ugh. So much stuff. Okay, well, let's go through the painful stuff I've wasted money on. So, here's two things I wasted money on. I know. So, I always said I tried this out yesterday after I had dinner. Hello Neighbor for the PS4. Got it for $7 off Best Buy. And oh boy, is it as bad as I thought it was going to be. I got to Act 2 so far, and I can't imagine live streaming this. If people would want to see me try it live stream, I'm willing to try, but I don't think anyone will want me to live stream this, honestly. It's too fucking... Like, there's too much weird shit to figure out without a guide, Willie. Like, there's barely hints to what the fuck to do most of the time. It's Willie, do a janky game stream one day? I could do that. I mean, like, the concept was interesting. I really liked it, the concept. The final product is incredibly disappointing. Like, the puzzle solutions are too convolutedly fucking crazy. Like, and the neighbor is just so fucking annoying. Like, the only time there's any real stealth is when it's nighttime. If it's daylight, you could be literally on the other side of the map. He'll fucking see you if he's facing you. And that, like, I understand that's realistic because, the average person's gonna, as long as you're in the distance, in front of them, they would see you. But that sadly doesn't work for a stealth game. And it is just... Oh, there's so much I can rant on forever about this game. That is so frustrating. Supposedly this game was really good. Really? Because I don't... Aside from the diehard Five Nights at Freddy's Bendy Ink Machine people, from what I know, most people did not like Hello Neighbor. Actually, out of the 3 kid-friendly horror games, Hello Neighbor is considered the weakest. Bendy is considered way better. And I have to agree with that. Also, I don't know what its mix score is now, but apparently it was also pretty negatively reviewed. So, yeah. And then, of course, they made a prequel, which weirdly Best Buy was selling for $4. And that's always a good sign of a good game when a mass retail company is trying to sell something for $4. So, Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, where you play as his children that supposedly explain why he became a lunatic. I heard this game is even more frustrating when it comes to the hide-and-seek aspect. That you play the little girl, and the brother plays basically the father's role in this, where he's looking for you. And apparently he's even more annoying. So, yay! Look forward to fucking me driving myself crazy with that. Ugh. Thank goodness they were cheap, but I don't know. I'm kind of always regretting buying them. Something that might be interesting is Vamp. So this is supposed to be an interesting game. It was $9 at Best Buy for me. So I was like, oh, that actually looked like an interesting game. So I think this one actually was a good deal. Weird. Wonder where I heard it. Probably Matt Pat. Or somebody who follows Matt Pat. Like I said, people who are into the Five Nights at Freddy's and Bendy really liked it, Hello Neighbor, but outside of that circle of fan bases, not a lot of people liked Hello Neighbor. Even some people who are in those circles consider Hello Neighbor inferior, weak, or flawed. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I could see the appeal, don't get me wrong. It's definitely not, like, it's too cryptic. Like, there's not enough, like, I mean, I would hardly call it puzzles, because for it to be a puzzle, there has to be some kind of information being given to you to figure the puzzle out. Like, some shit's just behind random, like, tear every painting off the wall. Oh, there's one with a fucking key. Like, that's not a puzzle. That's you literally putting me in a crazy man's house, trying to figure out, by doing literally everything you can possibly think of, to find a key and shit to continue on in his crazy ass house. Yeah, I've even heard worse things about hide and seek, so it's hilarious that Best Buy was clearancing it for $4. So, if you want, some people were saying like, "Hey, opportunity for spare cases," and so, apparently, at the time, I don't know if GameStop changed it, but I was tempted to maybe. You could at the time that cheap ass gamer tweeted it. GameStop was giving $1 profit on it, so you could buy a copy and then trade it in for $1 extra back from GameStop. Sounds like an old school point and click. But it's a first-person platforming game, and the platforming is some of the weirdest shit too. Like, it expects you to do things that like are really bizarre. Like, it feels like you're trying to do shit like people who try to clip out maps and shit. It kind of feels like some of the platforming that you have to do feels like, am I trying to break the game or play the game? So, I don't know. It's just, ugh. I mean, I'm going to try and give it some more time. Maybe it's just, one of those games that's a little hard to get into initially. But, I mean, honestly, I don't think I'm going to get a different opinion of it. So, but anyway, this was $9. I think it's a pretty good deal. It's supposed to be like some weird vampire thing, RPG, third person type of deal with lots of life choices and shit. I heard some pretty good things about. I've heard some criticism about. $9 seemed like a good price for it though. And I know Machiavelli recommended the game too, so. Okay, some more limited stuff. This comes from Special Reserves. It's a very nice box that has a very NES kind of feel. It's called Messenger. As far as I know, it's basically the indie version of Ninja Gaiden. And it's pretty nice looking. I mean, it has a very nice box that I'm not a big Ninja Gaiden person. I can appreciate them, but I'm the kind of person that just basically dies all the time, so I don't know if that's as hard as the NES Ninja Gaidens. I hope not. Good lord, those are hard. Like the sniper spot for... I died so many times trying to get that jump. I'm not sure what you're talking about with that regards. All I do is I get underneath him and just kill him. Glitched out of the map? What the fuck? You're gonna have to show me a video what you're talking about. He's pretty easy. I just get under, like, I think in my initial strategy was to get underneath him and just throw giant fireballs at him. And then after that, I just, learned to just tank him underneath, him a few times, shield him a few times, just keep underneath him. I don't really, like, probably the first time I fought him blindly was probably tricky. I don't really remember initially. I'd have to go back and look. That was probably a bit tougher. This is a shmup game from Dispatch Games. So, I don't know anything about this. See, the return of the buzz system, players rewarded it. I mean, the way it words it makes it sound like it's some kind of wee newer version of some that I'm not sure. Not sure how to pronounce it. Syvarian Delta? Psyvariar. I've never heard of it outside of when they released this. So, if this is like a updated... See, it says crossover of the two classics. I don't know, it just makes it sound like it's some Wii release, but I've never heard of it. But I'm not really big... Really? This was a Dreamcast game. See, I knew Pad would know. He's a big shmup person, so it is a Wii release then. Okay. Now, Dispatch Games is another limited company, but they also do retail with their games, so they're a bit different. Let's see, on the left side of the door, if you jump just right, you can shoot them with arrows over the wall. By the time I figured out the jump, I was doing 1 damage per hour. Not so worth it. You need good dexterity or the correct bow. Most bows require good dexterity, so yeah, if you're not a dex build, you're going to need a lot of arrows, which is possible, but you need a lot of souls to do that woot. I mean, believe me, I've done that at Demon Souls tons of times. Get shitloads of shitty arrows and just sit at that bridge killing that dragon that burns the bridge down. It's a legit strategy, but it takes forever. Let's see. This was a strictly limited game. So this looks like a kind of a I want to be the guy kind of game. So it's like Nicklos feel. The graphics look pretty Like it looks like an very 8-bit-ish game. The graphics don't really pop out to me in the screenshots, but it looks like it's basically a death platformer, which basically means I will die constantly. Let's see. Now here, this is the third game from, what were they called? There's no English here. There, Tokyo RPG Factory. That were making some of those more classic RPGs that Square Enix been releasing. This is their third title. This is the Asian release that has English. I can't remember what the English name for this game was called, though. Crap. It does not have the English title anywhere. Shit. Crap. Nope, I don't see it anywhere. Pad probably knows it, though. I can't remember what the hell the English title was. Damn it. But this is Tokyo RPG's third title. It has English on it. So far, there was no announcement. Yeah, that they made that was the first one. Yes. But there's no announcement of an English version. US copy. Don't know the name. Okay, but that's who made this. This is more of like an action game. This isn't turn-based like the last 2 games. So this is a bit of a change for them. Now, the second game did get a US release on Square Enix's website. So I was hoping they would do that for this, but apparently they didn't. So, or they're taking the sweet time in doing that. So that's what we got here. And I've been wanting to play the first game. I got the Switch version of that. And I did do a short stream showing it off. We got to like a part where the ship crashed. And it's a really interesting, like, how would I say, like a spiritual sequel to Chrono Trigger's battle system. It's interesting. So that's something I definitely wanted to play. And it's probably going to be the second Switch title I live stream, so look forward to that. Okay, yeah, it was something with that. I remember that. But it's supposed to be more of an action-y game, so I'm not sure if it's good or bad. But hey, I'm always down for another Japanese type RPG, whether it be real-time or that. Real-time or turn-based. Let's see, this was a limited one, I believe. Yes, Earhart, Tales of the Broken Wings. It looks like it's supposed to be kind of a story-based game from the screenshots, but to be fair, I don't really know much about it. It says a airplane adventure game. I don't know, what I liked it about the cover art, it reminds me of a PS2 game Atlas published. It was Sky something. It was an anime-ish looking game. Very simple looking anime. I really liked it. Oh, I didn't realize you could actually see the tower of the games I'm saying on the side here. Oh dear. That makes it look worse. Anyway, what was it called? Trying to remember. Atlas published in America. It was a really good game. Oh, it was Sky something. Crap. Someone in the comments might mention it. I really liked it. I only ever beat the easy mode of it back when I was younger. It's something I always thought about trying out on live streaming. And now that I got the upscaler, which I still need to buy those cables. Right now is just sadly, no, it's not Skylanders. It's a PS2 game, damn it. It's not Skylanders. And it takes place in the sky, in planes. There's no Skylander game that focuses around planes. But right now has just been a bad time for a lot of spare money, sadly. No, that's a GameCube title. Well, it's a GameCube and Dreamcast title. No. It's a shmuppy type game. No, I'm pretty sure Sky was in the title. It was published by Atlas. Crap, I just honestly can't remember what Sky went. Sky. No. I don't know. Somebody might mention it in the comments, but no. It is a game where you. Now you're just trolling me. You're just trolling me now, You're trolling me. It was a very simple looking anime game, but you fly in the sky shooting down planes. No. Dan, are you trying or are you trolling? I don't know. Anyway, this was apparently getting hard to find, so that's why I bought this. This is a VR game. This is Penn and Teller VR, frankly unfair and kind of unnecessary and underhanded. So this is supposed to be like weird VR magic shit. But apparently this was getting hard to find, so I decided to buy a copy. Because some VR games have became expensive, so I decided Sky Shmup to... You really aren't trying. You really are. Snoopy. You're gonna make me get my keyboard over here and look this up. We keep going on. And on and on and on again. Anyway, Omega Labyrinth Z. This does not have an English version. There was a company that was interested in publishing this game for America, but Sony turned them down in the great start of their censorshipness of their culture. And basically all the money they spent towards that went down the trash chute. So I bought this really cheap. It was like $8 or something. It was cheap. Sadly, no English. Sky Gunner! That's it! Sky Gunner! You got it, Pad! You won! You probably cheated and used Google, but you did it! You figured it out! That's what it was! Sky Gunner! Very good game on the PS2. I loved it. I bought it for like $10 at Game Exchange a long time ago. Maybe. No, I'm pretty sure. Because I said Atlas PS2 and it has Sky in the title. So it was probably really easy to look up the wiki page and just find Sky and look for anything related to the PS2. I'm pretty sure it's probably the only game that has Sky in the title in Atlas's catalog on PS2, probably. But Sky Gunner, that's it. I don't know if that's even expensive nowadays. I wouldn't be surprised. It's not something I've heard a lot of people ever talk about. Very interesting game to check out, though. If it's not pricey, I would definitely check it out. Sky Gunner? Willie? Yeah, it's Sky Gunner. I liked it. It had very nice graphics. It's pretty simple art style. Story's kind of weird. It's kind of like just this witch Eggman-like type tycoon guy who steals shit. It's weird, but I liked it. Pretty damn hard. It has 3 different character stories that are each different difficulties, but their own stories. And then after them, if I remember correctly, there's a 4th story that's even fucking harder. It's like, $50.90? Ooh. It's not super expensive, but it looks like it's held some value. So, now here's some of the exciting stuff, minus this. This was a limited one game. Alone with You, a sci-fi romance adventure game. Now, I do know this is an adventure game. This is by the guy who made Home, which is a very simple little horror title, kinda. It's pretty simplistic, so I'm not really probably expecting too much from this. But this is some of the exciting stuff I got from Best Buy. Because now you might be wondering, why do I have so much stuff from Best Buy? My Gamers Club is gone. It's dead. So no more 20% from Best Buy. Tears, crying, so much sadness. So obviously I wanted to make the most of it. So I took a little no. Anyway, so I took a little extra money. I had to, well, get a last nice, cool thing. So, you saw some of the shitty things I bought that were cheap. So some of the nicer things, along with you. Yeah, like I said, yeah. Put the Princess Guide from NIS. If I can get the glare off there. This is supposed to be an interesting game. I got for like $20. Then this is something Dennis has been wanting me to get. Now this was originally a Vita digital game, if I remember correctly. The if I can pronounce it right, the Caligula Effect Overdose. I'm probably pronouncing that absolutely wrong, but if I remember correctly, it was originally a Vita digital title only, at least in America. It did get localized in America. Not sure about Japan, but Dennis, I remember, was playing this. He was recommending it, so I got a copy of it with 20% off. Well, Aaron hasn't popped in. He did pop in yesterday, so see, I need Top, get drunk, and kill things after work. I need to get Top. I'm assuming that's some kind of auto spell error. But I would imagine I'll double check to make sure Aaron doesn't have problems. And now this is hefty. I feel like they put a map or something in this, but Hollow Knight. Now, the physical version of Hollow Knight comes with all the digital content, which is nice. So, four giant content packs, it says, expanding the game with new killers, new bosses, new music. So this is supposed to be a Metroid game. Now, some people call this a Metroidvania. I would call it Metroid, because for it to be Metroidvania, to me, it needs RPG mechanics. Or a very expansive equipment system. Now, apparently there is something that kind of works like the wings in Dark Souls in this, that enhance your abilities a little bit. But outside that, there's no leveling up, no equipment or anything. You get Metroid-like powers, like double jumping and stuff. So, I would describe this. Open it? I can open this one, because this is one I definitely do want to play. So, I can actually do that, because I am curious of what's inside it. Let's see, where's my knife? This is a new goalboard I got here thing. It's pretty nice. Very sharp knife, though. You didn't get the Hollow Knight with the plushie? Nah, I passed on that. That was a exclusive with Fan Gamer. Yeah, Fan Gamer. That was a Fan Gamer exclusive. But this is supposed to be a really good game, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. I want to try and see if I can get this sticker off the plastic. I like getting these stickers and putting them in the cases, so I want to keep the bottom piece of this plastic so I can try and do that. Because I like to try and keep those, because those nice little things like that. So, keep that inside so I can try and get that. So, yeah, this is very heavy, so there's some kind of booklet in here. So, what do we got in here? There's a booklet, a letter, a promo code for Hollow Knight stuff. Let's see. Get 15% off Hollow Knight stuff. So, I'll probably never use this, so why not? No, it's not close enough. Not going to be able to see it. Well, it's already expired anyway. It expired on September 30th, so this is long gone anyway. So, let's see. It has a reverse cover. Yeah. Which, not too bad looking. So, I did not know it had a reverse cover, so that's not actually too bad. The case seems kind of weird. Oh, no, I didn't know this, but the case is actually broke. No! What a jip! It's whipped right there on the spine. Fuck. Well, that's going to be a case that needs replaced. I was wondering why it had this weird lump-sided. Ah, fuck, man. Well, at least nothing's damaged. A case can always be replaced. The disc and everything's a little harder. I got lots of cases, so that's not a big problem. That's kind of sucky, though. That's the shitty thing about getting stuff in the mail. See, that's what I hate about getting games in the mail. I hate that about getting games in the mail. So what is this? Some kind of... It has a envelope look to it, but it unfolds. It is a map. So, a nice little map, though. That's kind of, I have to say, that's kind of a nice little touch, making it look like it's an envelope. A smash invitation. You know, now you think about it, if it wasn't for it being purple color, it would almost look like that. A full colored book with lots of screenshots and imagery. Now this is pretty odd seeing in a retail game. You don't usually see PS4 instruction manuals and retail stuff unless it's like the limited edition version. Oh, you know, now that I'm looking at the cover actually got damaged. Now that I look in that area too. Damn it. Best Buy. Best Buy. Fucking Best Buy. Seriously. Great. Fuckles. Damn it. See, this is why I don't like getting shit in the mail. Well, the problem is I got through the mail, and I'm not sure what Best Buy does with mail shit. Fuck. That's annoying. And that's why mail, like, when you go to the store, obviously it's like, oh, this is damaged. I want, that other version. Very easy when it's in person. Damn it. That sucks. Well, maybe I can ask a GameStop employee or something real nice. I usually can be nice to that. Especially if I just replace the cover art. I could do that too, but they might ask for money or something. Well, either way, I'll have to figure that out later. We're almost done here. We're almost through. Where are we at? Over an hour now. Okay, see. Whim Lore Lost Goal in the Lands of Lore. This looks like anime Diablo-ish looking from the... I don't know if it has like a gear system, but I mean, it's an overhead above the kettle kind of way how Diablo's like, so I don't know if the gameplay is much like Diablo that, but it was on sale, I got it. It actually has a cleaning cloth and a booklet inside, so... So it actually also came with goodies. Amazing! Then this was a Special Reserves Mint. This is supposed to be like... If you ever played 30-Second Hero, this is basically the Legend of Zelda equivalent of that concept. So you get like 10-15 seconds to do a small portion of gameplay and time resets or some shit. This is apparently a lot of people really liked it. I'm not sure. The concept seems kind of weird to me for a Zelda-esque game. See, in 30-Second Hero, you paid a time goddess to actually extend your time. So that made more sense how that worked. This is the best Dragon Quest XI stream I've seen yet. I'm confused by that. Why are you saying this is the best Dragon Quest XI stream? It's not titled Dragon Quest XI. It's filed under podcast. Then I also got the Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD from Limited One on the PS3. So I have the Vita version of this, but the Vita version does not work in the PlayStation TV, so I was really disappointed in that. So that's why I bought this version. I'll probably sell the Vita version. I wouldn't be surprised if the Vita version might get some value, maybe. So, and then there's this odd stack of things here. So, Let's do these two because these two are Kickstarter related. So this one is a really old Kickstarter I did that finally did is a visual novel type game. So it's supposed to be everything on the internet, fully voiced in it, full of voiced and in all casts. Is this part one in the neo-future sci-fi Spence visual novel series? It has pretty nice artwork too, so it's something I just backed on the whim long ago in Kickstarter's earlier days. Then later I also said that I was going to probably do this in the morning before Dragon Quest XI. So I'm not sure if you caught that part. Now here's a much nicer looking case. So the Invisibles Collector's Edition. So this is a Indiegogo exclusive. So you can't get this in retail. You can get the normal standard edition in retail. So it comes in a plastic sleeve. In a very nice tin case. It's very nice with the main character outlined with a nice blue type, and then a logo on the back, which I'm assuming has some significance. And then inside the tin, you get an art book, and the standard. As far as I know, there's nothing unique to the game itself in the Indiegogo version, so similar to Bloodstained, they just basically sent everyone the same game of that. So this is made by Lab Zero, the people who made Skullgirls. This is supposed to be a like Metroid-ish game with turn-based RPGs in it. Turn RPG fighting in it. So I'm not sure how that works, but I can tell you, looking at the video and shit of the gameplay way back when it was first announced, that looked really good. I mean, the people who made Skullgirls does really good artwork. Where did I put that plastic thing just now? Yeah. Of this, Invisibles. Indivisibile. But very nice. I really liked I bought the Skullgirls limited edition that Limited One did, and I played through all of Skullgirls. Really good game. So definitely look forward to trying this in the future. It is a very nice. I like how they did something at least nice for their people, because the Bloodstain, while the little slipcover Bloodstain backers got was nice, it just, it's just a little piece of cardboard that people are probably gonna copy and try to fake on eBay. So I appreciate the tin case and the art book a little with this one. Again, similar to Bloodstain also, people who backed the game paid a little bit more than what the standard version goes for on retail. But, the tin case and the art book at least justify it more versus Bloodstain's just having a slipcover people are probably going to literally copy. And I'm going to sit that here because I do not want that to accidentally fall over. Let's see, then some Goodwill. Let's see. Oh, this was also something I got when I visited my sister. Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix! Yeah! I got it for $22. It's a complete version. It's a pretty decent price for it. I know. It's like, oh my goodness, really? You bought Dance Revolution Mario? But hey, it's the only game that Waluigi's the main villain in, so screw you! Anyway, this is some of my only Goodwill finds that I haven't had a lot of luck finding anything interesting in a while. And these came from... Oh, wait, no. This one. No. These ones came from Pink Gorilla. They did this weird sell where he basically sold all their, how would we say, shelfware type titles. A lot of the shelfware titles for, like, half off. So I got Mercury Meltdown Revolution, which is a sequel to a PSP puzzle game. That was like $2.50. Two Human for $2 for the 360. And, oh wait, this I got at my sister's area. This was $1.98 at $1.98 at my sister's area. There was some weird kind of, I don't know, it was kind of like a mix of a Goodwill and a pawn shop. But Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz for the Wii. That's a pretty good price for $1.98. Hey, DDR is awesome. That is not actually the... I have a complete with dance mat. Pretty nice. I got a Pelican dance mat that works with Xbox, PS2, and GameCube, so I didn't need a dance mat. They did have one that came with a third-party dance mat. They wanted like 30 something for, but I didn't need that. Yeah, that's not the reaction I was actually expecting. I was expecting mockery and being made fun of. Well, you surprised me on that. So, put those there. So the only real Goodwill finds I found was a sealed copy of Titan's Quest for the PC. So the reason I got that is there was an expansion for Titan Quest that is not on the console version. But still. $1.98. Fling Smash, which doesn't got a price on it. It was marked blue. So I think it was like $3, I think. And then I got this more for lols. This is shelfware to the max. UFO, if you're familiar with them, was a very notorious company for really shitty shelfware titles. This is Army Rescue, and it definitely looks like the definition of a shelfware title. And then this, So, this was a free item Jimmy Hopper sent with those games I showed off at the beginning, the Super Nintendo ones and that. He told me he was going to throw in an extra. He's done that with every single thing I've gotten from him. He gave me an extra game with the first time. Yeah, so this was the third time, because the second time he gave me a little Super Mario tissue packet thing. That was funny. That has Yoshi on it. But this is an anime DVD. So I feel like this was a joke. I don't know if... because the last time I really engaged with him on Twitter, I do a thing with Jimmy Hopper called Monthly Tifa, because he's a big fan of Tifa. So when I see really nice artwork of Tifa on Twitter, because I follow all kinds of artists on Twitter, so I usually link him in Monthly Tifa tag on Twitter. And last time I engaged with him, I was like, man of culture. So I feel like this is a joke towards that. But I've never heard of this. But this has a bunch of chicks wearing really skimpy outfits on it. And it's apparently an English version of this. These heroines have a secret, which may or may not come from Victoria. I don't know. It looks like a weird skimpy outfit Sailor Moon thing. I don't know. Pad might know it more. I'm not even sure how to pronounce the Papillon Woes. Papillon Woes. I have never heard of it. I saw it. I first thought when I saw, because I saw the back, which shows her wearing a skimpy outfit. I first thought it was like a hentai game when I opened the package. I was like, oh. I was like, opened, and like I was opening it in the living room where my parents saw. I was like, nope. I was like, nope, nope. It was funny. It really makes me wonder what it would have been like if I opened it live. Looks... What's it called? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the show, but it's a DVD. I think it said it has 6 episodes plus the OVA. So, and the company is Made in Japan that did it. But it's all in English on here, so I'm assuming this is an English region version of whatever this is. I've never heard of it. I've never even heard of the company Made in Japan, so I don't know. I don't know where Jimmy Hopper gets all this English stuff when he lives in freaking Japan, man. He's always selling all kinds of English stuff. And that's everything. A gigantic mountain of stuff that's about like 3 months worth of things in the mail, pickups, deals, and trips. But that should be everything. Oh, and as you can see, now you can probably understand what I meant by I've had this table just building up as a giant wall sitting in my room over here, and I'm just like, I need to get this stuff shown off of that. So, that's all that stuff. As for what's going on lately, we're finishing up 428. We got the normal true ending and looking into the side story stuff and that. We're going to be trying to focus on Resident Evil 2 some and Dragon Quest 11 mainly for the rest of this year for the most part. No, I mean that. What's the anime? Oh no, I said that it's like Papillon Woes, Papillon Woes. But what was I saying now? Yeah, we're focusing on Resident Evil 2 remake and Dragon Quest 11 probably for the majority of the rest of the year. Now, I'm hoping if we get Resident Evil 2 remake finished, I'm not sure if we'll get finished before the end of the year, but I would also like to do the what is it? Yeah. I would also like to do Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles. I actually bought this from Jimmy Hopper, ironically. This is one of the few Resident Evil titles I haven't played yet, so I'd also like to do that if we can finish up the remake. And, that's about mainly what's going on with the Let's Play side of things. Other than that, it's the end of the year, portion of the work year for where I work, so if you're familiar with me, usually during the colder months, work slows down, so I'm hoping to get a few more 30-hour weeks so we can get, more stuff done a little quicker, hopefully. Anyway, does anyone have any questions about any of the stuff I showed off? Way too much stuff. Man, that sucks with the, that really sucks with Hollow Knight, though. I did not realize that. It got crushed there in the mail. See, that's why I hate dealing with fucking shit in the mail. Amazon and because of the cheap shipping or free shipping, they go with such pitiful conditions for shipping shit. Is your table a Wii Fit board? Well, now that you mention it, I could probably make one. Considering how many opportunities I could have gotten from the GameStop dumpster back when I used to dumpster dive. But, no, this is not a Wii Fit board. But, now that you mention it, I'm also thinking of telling Cody he should make Wii Fit board tables and sell them at Pink Gorilla now. Willie looks like a Wii Fit board. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, a Wii Fit board's about this much, so it gets about like that much extra than a Wii Fit board. But I guess if you kind of chunk of it out, I guess I could kind of see it. It's also gray, but that's probably kind of hard to tell because the shitty lighting in my room. Man, that really sad though, man. Damn. Fucking mail. Sometimes you want to punch the mailman, I tell you. But anyway, so I guess let me get my mouse.